Is trucking overrated? I think that's a good question, man. For me, the answer is no. Trucking is not overrated. And let me explain why I feel that way. I think when I watch a lot of trucking content on YouTube in particular, a lot of what I hear about trucking and the trucking industry, honestly, is more negative than positive. You hear a lot of, there's no money in trucking. Trucking is dead. You can't have a life in this industry. When you look at the impact the economy has had on the trucking industry, a lot of people have exited. So I think we have to establish, what does overrated mean? My definition of overrated is listen to somebody make something sound better than what it really is. I probably hear more negative things about trucking than positive at this point. So how can I possibly come to the conclusion that the trucking industry is overrated? That's number one. Number two, I think you got to look at the expectations that people have when they get into this industry. I think if you come into this industry with unrealistic expectations, and then when you get in it, it's not what you thought it was, I think that can cause people to feel like the industry is overrated. But for me, when I got into the industry, I set realistic expectations. Number one, I already knew what I wanted to do when I got into trucking. I already knew the job I wanted. I knew I had an idea of the amount of money that particular job paid. So the expectations that I set for that particular job was pretty much spot on. So when I finally got into the industry and I finally got that particular job, everything that I thought it was going to be, that's what it was. My expectations definitely aligned with reality. So, I personally just never felt like the trucking industry was overrated. I never really ran across too many content creators or people talking about trucking making it seem like it was the end all be all. So I think the answer to that question is going to be different depending on who you ask. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that feel like trucking is overrated. I read the comments, so I see a lot of people who got into trucking and they got out of trucking in a very short period of time. I also see comments from people who are in trucking. They've been in trucking a couple years, 2-3 years, and now it's not what they thought it was. And they're talking about exiting trucking and pursuing a totally different career. Trucking is still a good opportunity for those who are interested in getting into trucking and pursuing a career in this industry. I think you can definitely have a successful career. Make sure you do your research, figure out what you want to do in trucking. I think that's a good place to start. Don't go in it blind. Do your research. You want to become an owner operator? Check out some of the owner operators. Ask questions. See what some of them are saying right now. Just so you have an idea of what to expect once you dive in. So I just really believe that setting proper expectations coming into this thing is key. Understand, the fluctuations in the market. Understand that everything is not going to be perfect. You're going to have ups and downs. It just comes with the territory. Trucking is definitely not overrated to me. I never put trucking on a pedestal. Even though trucking has blessed me, I've been able to accomplish some things and plan on accomplishing more.